About the weekend and then past weekend, and we'll talk about an Iowa State game, obviously. But first of all, it's just it's good to get out on the field and compete, have that opportunity, and I think it just seems probably every team goes through it where everybody kind of has a clock going, an internal clock, and after a while, probably about 10 days out, I think everybody's anxious just to turn over to the season. So good to get out there. Obviously, it's a hot day. Great to play in front of fans, and just a lot of anticipation, anxiety, anxiousness, whatever it is. So good to get the first one out, that's for sure. And just certainly most importantly, happy to get the victory. Good starting point for us. And came on Sunday, just gave us a real opportunity to look at the film and hopefully learn from any errors that we made, both physical, mental, and just maybe as much as anything, just understand the value of little details and things that you're trying to, I think all coaches are trying to get corrected during the course of camp, that kind of reinforces some things. And then the other thing I mentioned, I think briefly after the game, just the various swings in a game. And certainly we had some situations we could have responded to better on Saturday, and that's, if we're going to have a successful team, we have to do a better job at that. So hopefully that's a learning experience on top of it. So all part of the deal, and every Sunday is a real opportunity to learn, and then most importantly, hopefully grow as you move forward. So that's really the challenge that's in front of us right now. And we're going to need to grow and improve fast because we have a tough contest on our hands playing Iowa State this week. So captains end up being the same four guys. We've got Joe Evans, we've got Luke Lachey, Jay Higgins, and Cade McNamara will be our captains. Then, needless to say, this is a rivalry game. It's a big game in our state for good reason, and rightfully so. I think it's really a good thing for the state, certainly, but with it comes a lot of intensity. It's going to be a great environment, certainly on Saturday, just like it is either in Kinnick or their place. So you can count on that, and I think the other you can count on just if you look at the last 5 games now, it's basically been 5 points per average between the two teams. So all the games have really been contested, and comes down to playing good clean football, and I'd expect something more of that this week. So again, a lot of talk, a lot of excitement around the state, I'm sure. And I think the key thing for all of us performers, the guys who are performing out there, the guys competing, coaches the same way, is just focus on what we can do to be best prepared, because that's what's going to take. So that's kind of where it's at. Their team looked good Saturday. They had a really impressive win over Northern Iowa. Team that we have a lot of respect for as well. Got a lot of new players, but I think something that didn't change. They just look very well coached. They play extremely hard, and they're very sound. No turnovers. They're +2 in the turnover rate. Made some big plays that gave them a lot of juice out there, and helped lead them to their victory. So just an impressive football team. 2 new quarterbacks. They both played well. You got multiple receivers that are good football players. Looks like 4 or 5 backs that are really capable. A lot of tight ends, I think 4 or 5 that contributed and did a good job. And they're veteran up front, very strong up front. Defensively, they've been really good and stout. One of the top teams in their conference, basically since 18. I've really been playing good on defense, and got a new kicker. Had a really impressive field goal. Punter did a great job, and 2 big punt returns on top of it. So, they're doing a great job on special teams as well. So, all that being said, we just have a lot of respect for them, and it's like every year we're going to have to play at our best to have a chance to come out ahead on this thing.